Hello everybody and welcome back to Controllers and Coffee. It's episode 25. It's me. It's Kat.
Yo.
What's going on?
You know, it's your boy Kat here. Been playing some video games. Ready to talk about video games. What about yourselves?
Pretty much the same. Same's video games.
Nice.
I've played a couple of games this week and there's been some cool announcements and a bit of a indie world showcase that we're going to talk a bit about. But before we get started, we would love supporters of our show to head over to our Twitter and follow us for ourselves, but also for the podcast at ControllersPod, and check out the podcast on your favorite platform. Anchor.fm/controllersandcoffee is the address for that one. Please, if you love what we do and you appreciate us, give us a review/rating on Apple Podcasts, or if your podcast platform does that as well. I don't know if many do, but please, we'd love a 5-star rating. It helps us get us, get us seen, get us out in the world. Kat, it's great to see you.
So good.
Let's follow up our conversation from last week. We spoke about Outriders and how much you love it.
Oh yeah,
which is great. I don't love it.
No. Why would you do that to me?
Discord did not like that at all. No, Discord just gave up. I don't know. I'm not very far into it still.
Where you at?
I just got to the logging area.
Oh, get past the logging area, bro. Get into the forest.
Yeah, I have some foibles. Is that the right word? I have some qualms.
I'll take it. I'll take your foibles.
Qualms with the game.
What foibles we got?
I don't like the unnecessary, loading screen, to get into any area. I feel it really kills the action for me. I know that's so not, I don't know, it's not that much of an issue, but it's just what, I can see that area and it looks like the terrain and everything is fine, but I have to go through this dumb door opening screen that is so many of them. So minor, but there are a lot of them and it kind of gives me the shits. I don't know, but also I think that the difficulty curve is weird and unbalanced and unnecessary.
Yeah, it's weird.
It is super weird.
I keep turning that shit down.
Yeah, I'm up to 5, and sorry for video watchers, it's doing that dumb flickering thing again, and I can't make it stop. Maybe I've got too many things open. I can't. I'm on World Tier 5, and sometimes it's this is fine, this is great, and then other times I get in a firefight, and I'm getting shot from literally 360 degrees.
And you're just dying over and over. Oh my god,
it is so stressful. Yeah. And it's they set it up so you can take cover, and I know that it's you don't have to take cover, or you're not meant to take cover all the time, and you kind of have to be on the move. And I'm all about that. I like being on the move and going for going in and being active and shooting people, and using my powers and stuff. But it's just this point where if you're in cover, you're getting shot from behind. If you're out of cover, you're just surrounded and getting shot. And I don't know what the solution to that. Pyromancer.
Yeah.
So it is also the kind of character where you have to be using your moves to set people on fire in order to get your health back. And, oh my god, it's just
Whereas for me, if I'm getting shot from 360, I can just run in and fucking punch a dude. I'm like, oh hell, thank you so much. I can shoot a dude that's kind of close to me, and I feel better. So I imagine Pyromancer would be a lot harder and would probably benefit a lot from multiplayer, which I still haven't been able to connect to, by the way.
So you've tried now, and it's just not working, or?
I did the expeditions at the end with open team, and I never have anyone join me, so I gave up on that pretty quickly and went back and did some side missions. But I think I need to like do purposeful matchmaking to try and find it. So I'm probably going to do that maybe on maybe some today, maybe some tomorrow. Who knows? Give it a try. I think for me, it's at the point where, like, once it gets into the expeditions, I know there's more lore and stuff there, but the story's done for me. So I'm just kind of like,
Was it a good ending?
Dude, I loved it. The further it got, the better the lore got. I was like, what's happening, bro? Like, what? It was so good. I was so excited to go to each new place. And so yeah, I really enjoyed it. The boss though at the end is absolute just garbage. I turned it down to level 2 from level 8.
Okay.
Like, I was like, I cannot do this. I turned it down to 4, and I was like, this will be fine. Still getting like shredded. So I was like, there's just no point. I'm gonna put it down to 2, which is normal, and just like, I think it's easy. It's not story. And I was like, I'm just gonna fucking experience it and experience the story and move on. Like, fuck that guy.
I don't know how I feel about the world tier thing. Like, I
get it, but I don't like it. Like, I hate being on tier 8 and you go into just a random fight and you lose a bunch. So you lose all of your tier 8. And then you're like, well, it's still too hard. I still can't finish it. So I have to jump down a tier. So it got for me, like, as soon as I went into a fight, if I lost, I'd immediately drop it down to, like, world tier 6. And then go back in and try again. Because I didn't want to lose my world tier. But losing one time, dying once, means I need like 7+ encounters to get back to where I was. So it makes it really hard. I hear that once you're in the end game and you're doing expeditions, like once you're in that end game, your build gets super overpowered, so it moves forward a lot quicker, but not through the game. Even though I got like 12 legendaries drop in that one
part. That was very cool. Yeah, I don't know. I don't hate it, and I've been trying to put more time into it, and like if I've got an hour here and there, I'll do a few missions, and it's also like
side stuff. Like when I was playing it over the few days that I was playing on stream, I realized it's not really worth doing the side stuff. You can do it and it does give you loot, but you're really slowing down your progress a lot by doing that side stuff. And I love to do the side stuff. So like it is good fun to do the hunts and stuff like that, but
I haven't even done that yet. So so you can go back to any of the areas, right? Like yeah, for sure. Yeah, I don't know. It's just not really clicking for me, and I think that's because of the frustrating bits that are just like there was this one fight, and it was cheap. Like the way I was dying was cheap, and also that first boss, it was just like a firefight with a whole bunch of enemies.
Oh, okay.
But it was just like, this feels cheap, that like I'm doing everything I can do, but I'm just getting like, as soon as I move, I'm getting hit with like bullets from everywhere. Bullets, yeah. And like there'd be a sniper and like I'll get into cover and then I'll look out of cover for
and they're like Pooh!
Quarter of a second and bam, they hit me. And it's like it's not like, it doesn't feel good when that happens. Also, one of my attacks, my special like attacks, doesn't return to cover after I use it, and that is so annoying.
My god.
So fucking annoying.
I have this ability that's supposed to teleport me behind the enemy.
Mm-hmm.
From so far away. And I was in this fight against like Foreman Bob or something. Like he has the stupidest name. And it would never pop. I was using it all the time to try and get around this battlefield because I died so much there. I was having such a hard time. And it was just broken. And like, it would not pop. I'd use it and I'd disappear for a second and I'd just appear straight in the same spot. I didn't go anywhere. It was so frustrating. I was so angry because as I kept going, I kept having the same problem. And so I got rid of that ability. I don't use that anymore.
Yeah. And that's frustrating. Like you shouldn't have to do that.
Yeah.
And to give this game some credit, like I know everyone's been complaining about all these bugs and everything. I haven't encountered a single bug. Runs great. Looks pretty good. Like, it doesn't look incredible or anything, but it looks good. But no bugs so far. Like, it's been really solid connection and really solid frame rate, and I don't see the issue there. But it's just I don't know. It's real. The acting is shocking.
It's one scene that I went in where it was two people talking, and the camera, each time they switched, it would pan from like the wall and then slowly get to their face, and that would be like right as they finished their sentence. So then it would go to the other one, would pan and go straight to their face, and it just like the whole cutscene, and it just kept switching, and it switched like 12 times. It was such a short cutscene, like they had like 6 lines each, and then it was done. But that entire time was just pans. I was like, what the fuck is happening?
Well, there's this when you get to the top of that mountain, like the snow, and you go up to the captain or whatever, and my character just walks up and just stands there for like 15 seconds and then says her line, and it's like, what? And I know that's just like the game. It's not the acting or anything, but like, I don't know, the dialogue is really cheesy.
Yep.
And I don't know, it doesn't feel like it doesn't feel like they're taking this seriously, and this whole planet is just fucking trying to kill them. So it's like, oh man, I don't know. It's just weird. And the first boss, the Akari, like the inside the volcano, that big spider thing. Cool fight, but again, cheap. Like, there were times where it telegraphs an attack and it doesn't give you enough time to move out of the circle that, like,
oh my god.
Oh man,
there's just one monster that I wanted to fight. It wasn't that guy. I had no problems with that one. But there's this like creature in like a mine-ish type area. Like, I had all these like coal field like piles and shit, and it would do this like charge at you, which you just had to, like, if you moved, it would like track you. So you just had to wait for it to charge at you and then roll or like dodge out of the way. And then it would have this huge ass stomp AoE that it would do, and I could not get out of it. Like, I couldn't be fast enough to get out of that, and I would just keep dying. I was like, this is bullshit. Fuck you. Like, you just have to be stronger and just like wear it down immediately, as opposed to like trying to fight it. Like, you can't complete any of the fights with patience. And you can't like learn the moves and roll them, sort of thing, because they'll just have one-shot attacks, and then you're like, sweet, that's the end. Another enemy that I was fighting more towards the end, and it would do like this lightning, like chain lightning, I think it was called, and you could not be hit by it. If you ran super far away, it would still hit you. If you like dodge, as soon as it launches, it still hits you. You could not get hit by it, and that was another point where I had to turn the difficulty just literally all the way down, because I couldn't kill that enemy. And it was just an enemy, like well, I guess it was kind of like a mini boss, but fuck it. Fuck.
Yeah, and like, I don't want to get into the weeds of people's frustrations with this game, because I don't really have the same ones as a lot of people, but for the developers to have issues with balance like that and then nerf weapons, it's just frustrating, because it's like, well, it's PvE. Really? Oh, it sucked. It's like, it's a PvE game. You want your players to be OP? Like, isn't part of the fun of like a power fantasy in a game like this is like, you just become just ultra powerful and you're taking shit out every, like, like this, like killing people everywhere. I think that is frustrating. If it was PvP, I'd get it. And that's what I think is half the struggle with like Bungie, is like they're trying to do it for both, but like, I don't know, like why focus on that when there's this annoying world tier difficulty thing that doesn't always feel like a natural progression. Like, I'm on world tier 5 and I'm like level 14. I was on
5 for a really long time before I like went up,
and it's just so hard. But then some fights or some enemy types are just easy.
Breeze through.
I don't know.
I saw a lot of people when I started playing the game saying the same thing. They were like, world tier, don't worry about it. Just put it on like 2 or 3 or whatever, and just play the game. You'll have a much better time, sort of thing. And I was like, fuck you. And then I realized towards the end, I was like, no, you're right. This sucks. But the story, I really like it. Like as it keeps going, like especially once you get into the forest area, it's just it's great.
Yeah,
cool. I love that. But I do love like other world sort of lore type I just love that shit. Like it's very much me.
Yeah. You know how like at the start of the game, like everybody dies, everybody you see.
Yeah.
When you're helping that scientist, he gets on the cable car. You're just taking out the enemies and everything.
Yeah.
He gets on the cable car and they're like, let's just focus on getting you here in one piece. I was like, if that motherfucker gets shot right now, I'm gonna fucking scream. Like, but he didn't. But it was like, you're foreshadowing too much in this game. But he's probably too important to die right now. But oh my god, I was like, if he just gets bam in the head from a sniper, then I'll just be like, well, that's this game.
Everyone I met, I was like, are you gonna live though? Like, do I need to remember your name at all?
Yeah. Oh, that's so funny. So yeah, it's not the worst game I've ever played, that's for sure. But the whole time I'm thinking, pretty sure Anthem's better than this.
Wow.
I don't know. That's a cave I don't want to crawl into. But like I don't know. I think the moment to moment combat in Anthem was more fun, especially playing as an interceptor. But maybe this game has more longevity or a better story or whatever. But
yeah, maybe also just. If you're playing through solo, Pyromancer might just be a sad time, you know? Like, I'm having I had a pretty easy, like, not easy, but I rarely ran into the trouble of being, like, completely surrounded and having nowhere to go. Like, obviously, I'd have enemies behind me, but I'd just be like, okay, well, now I got to go over here and do this and that. Like, it wasn't like a, well, I'm fucked sort of thing.
Maybe it is class related. Or maybe I'm just bad.
Maybe just
could
shit.
Very much be that, yeah. Very quickly, I have been continuing my journey with Borderlands 3. It's been about, I don't know, fucking ages since I played it.
It's been about ages.
My God, I love that game. And talk about like a power fantasy, like because I'm playing with Tash, and she's level 60, I'm level 59. And I think the cap is 60 now. I'm not 100% sure. But, like, we're fully decked out with all legendary gear. We're doing the DLC in, like, Mayhem mode, True Vault Hunter, which is, like, harder but more rewards. And there's, like, legendaries just popping everywhere. And it is fucking fun. It is, like, the most pure video game fun I think I've ever had. It's just... I love every second of it, even when it's annoying as shit and I'm like getting destroyed by like a million dudes. I'm like just having a great time. It's like last night I respect all my shit. So because I was like, I feel like I don't have a focus on anything specific. So I respect. I chose a shield that worked with my like class mod, which changes like my class mod is like when you're fully shielded, you move faster or something like that, and it gives you extra points. Oh no, sorry, my class mod is I have a chance for any damage I do to activate all my kill skills, and like constantly all my kill skills are going, which is like when I kill someone, I move faster, my gun damage is more, my reload speed goes up. And the higher my shields, the faster I can move, and the faster I can move, the more damage I do. So I expect it out to all kind of like synergize with each other, and it is so much fun. I like go into a fight, throw my little bot out, and then drop my shield on the ground, and then you can pick it up. So like you can have it in front of you, or you can pick it up, and it's like attached to you. And I just zoom around like so fast. Tash is there like, fighting as normal. I'm just like running circles because the more I move, the more damage I do. And it's just, it is so good. And like, we'll be running to a marker and she'll be way ahead of me. And I'll just like drop both of my like abilities and just be like, whoa. It's so funny. But I like found a new weapon and then like spec'd out like, that I had something that like made certain brand weapon better, and I'm just like destroying things after I've respec'd. I'm like twice as strong, same equipment pretty much, but just so much stronger, and it's just perfect. It's so much fun, and the enemies are like constantly, because you're setting them on fire and you're doing corrosion damage. They're just all screaming in pain, and like every time one of them dies, they say some quip or it is just hilarious. It's so funny. Like walk into a fight and then next minute everyone's just screaming in pain. It's so funny. So that is just what I've been loving every second of at the moment. And
cool.
We're still in the first DLC, but we've got 3 to go, and now there's a season 2 and like a director's cut of the game, which has got more story stuff and
so much to go.
So much to go, except season 2 season pass is like $45 or some shit. Ugh. But I'll probably buy it because it is a lot of content. So yeah, it's so good. It's so fun.
Nice. Hell yeah.
Well, tell us about that other game you've been playing, Kat. I want to know.
I just started playing Octopath Traveler literally yesterday. So
sick.
I haven't done much, but I was like, I need a game to play that I'm not playing on stream. Like I hate to start a game on stream and then play it not on stream. I hate that. I don't know why, but I just don't love to do it. So I wanted a nice chill game to play off stream, and I wanted something. Initially, I was looking for something like Stardew Valley, just like something really chill. But I couldn't find anything that I wanted to play. And I had heard that Octopath Traveler was really chill and like calming, even though it's like a completely different style of game. So I was like, oh, whatever, that's on Game Pass, I'll download it. Initially, as well, it did not let me download it. It was like, you're not old enough to play this game. You need an adult to sign into your account. And I was like, I own this account, bitch. Like, I am the adult. What do you mean? So I had to like reset everything to get that down. But it is so calm. It's so lovely. What a nice game. I'm like, the hardest part of the game was to choose who to start as. I didn't realize you got to choose as anyone. And I was like, you motherfucker, because normally I would choose like the thief class because it has lockpicking, and I want to lockpick. No, I don't want you to keep things away from me. I want to pick that lock.
I always do that in fantasy RPGs. I'm like, lockpicking. That's where my first skill point's going. I want to open that first chest in the game.
I was like, I need to get that. Well, you're going to put something right in front of me that I can't have. I'm going to be mad. But I really didn't want to be that guy. I was like, I don't want to be the thief. I don't give a shit about this guy. And so it was really hard. I spent so long. I was like, is it worth it? Like, do I get him for the lockpick? Anyways, I chose Tressa, who's the merchant girl who lives by the seaside. I was like, this girl, she sounds like she's living the dream. Fucking sick-ass merchant on the sea, like hanging out with pirates in town and shit. Like, that sounds great. I love pirates. So I chose her. I haven't seen a locked chest all game yet. Like,
cool.
I've got like 3 characters. Once I got Tressa, I went up and I got the magic man, I don't know, sorcerer, I don't know what they call his class. Then I skipped a character, Ophelia. She's like a cleric healer, but she has the same weapon as the sorcerer, so I didn't want her on my team at the start. So I skipped and I went and got the hunter girl, and then I'm going to go and get the lockpick man, so I have him in case there's any chests. I haven't found one yet, but I know they're coming. Like, they're gonna be around somewhere. But it's really cool because each character has different abilities, and I didn't realize they would impact the game as much as they do. So, like Tressa, she can talk to NPCs and purchase stuff from them that you normally wouldn't be able to purchase from them at all. They'd just be a random
she's a merchant.
Character. Yeah, and then the sorcerer, he can like investigate people, and they'll like tell you stuff about them, and then like maybe they'll tell you about like a hidden item that's nearby or something else. Like you'll learn like one of them, I investigated them and I got cheaper prices at the inn. One of them gave me new stuff to purchase at the shop, sort of thing. So like, they're really interesting abilities. And the hunter that I just got, she can just duel random people, just fucking walk up to them and be like, "Fight me, bitch!" Like, so like, I'm really excited to play more of that and experience the different characters. I know that you get locked in to your starting team for a bit until you finish their first chapters. So I wanted to make sure that's why I skipped Ophelia, even though she's a healer and that probably would have been good. Fuck her, she can go in the bin. I'll just buy lots of Healy things. So yeah, really excited. It's so calming and so beautiful.
Such nice music.
The
water, really? My god, I gotta play.
The water just looks so good, and like the sand just glistens. It's so lovely. I just love it.
Yeah, it's such a unique art style.
Yeah.
So you choose your starting character. When you get the next character, do you just recruit them?
You walk up to them, right? So they'll be green as like the icon for this is where the game continues.
Mm-hmm.
And you walk up to them and you talk to them and they tell you a little bit of their story and it says, do you want to, participate in whatever story? And you're like, yeah. And then you do a quick little chapter with them by yourself, like without your other character. And then So
is that like their origin that you would do if you chose them at the start?
Yeah, so like for Tressa, you go and you buy some stuff for your shop, and then pirates come and steal from the people in town and you're going to go and fight them. So that would be when everyone else jumps in. For the magician, you're like researching in the fucking schoolish study area, and then someone steals a tome, so you do the investigating, and once you find out who has it and where they are, that's when the rest of the team jumps in and you go and you fight the boss, sort of thing. Those bosses are getting so strong though. Oh my gosh, I'm only like level 7 and this bitch had like 5,000 health and I do like 40 damage an attack. My magician though does massive damage like when they've got like their shield broken, and I use like his like buff ability, because each time you attack, you get like this little dot up in your corner, and you can use 3 dots at once to like 2 times, 3 times, or 4 times your power for that attack. And so like this boss that I just fought, he was so strong, and I kept having to lightning the creature, which it was weak to 4 times the damage, so I'd do 1,000 attack each damage only from the cleric. From the sorcerer, and I did that like 4 times, as well as just trying to hit it with my other characters so many times. This bitch would not die. Like, I don't actually know how much health it actually has because I don't have the ability to tell me how much health they have. So I'm just like, is this guy near dead or not? Like, I don't have a health bar at all. I'm just fucking lightning the shit out of this dickhead, and he's like, it's fine. 1,000 damage, nothing to me.
Oh, so you don't even see a health bar?
Nothing. You can, I believe, one of the sorcerer's abilities is like
investigate.
Yeah, investigate, and it'll give you their health bar as well as tell you one thing they're weak against. But I was like, I don't need that. And now I'm like, maybe I needed that.
Yeah, nice. That sounds really cool. The music in that game is incredible. And
I'm going to play it today.
Style. Yeah, nice.
After this.
Is it... it's like turn-based, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. And like, when you're fighting, you have your current turn here, and it's got like little diamonds of everyone's faces. And then there's a break in the middle, and the next turn here. If you break their defensive shield, they'll have like a little number next to them that you've got to hit them with something they're weak to that many amounts of times. So the boss that had like 8,000 health or whatever, he had 8 shields I had to break through. I got fucking 3 characters, and he's like, I just did a power-up attack, I'm going to hit you next turn. I'm like, you got 8 shield! What am I doing? But,
so you,
once
you stagger.
Yeah. So you want to break them so that you can actually do proper damage to them.
Right.
But up here, because you have one set of turns and then you have another set of turns, if you break them, they disappear from both rounds. So you get like a chance to attack them without being hit so you could use that to heal up or whatever as well if you want to. I just
cool.
use it to try and do the like major bit of damage, and then it also tells you obviously what order they're going to go in, so you know, like I can use this person to heal that person, or I can attack now and save the heal until this person, because they can't do anything because they don't have anything that this guy's weak against, so they're useless. But it's good. It's good. I hear that the combat can get pretty complicated later on when more things come in. Like right now, basically, I'm just dealing with weaknesses and shields. So, but I hear there's more that can come and make it more complicated. So I don't know. But it's really chill. I love it.
Sick. I can't wait to hear your further thoughts in the next few weeks. Because it's meant to be pretty long, I think. So
yeah, I know, but I'm playing it. I'm like, I'm fucking blitzing through. It says I've got 6 hours, but I did leave it open for like 2.5. So while I was like eating dinner and then watched a show. So my bad. But like, I think I've done like it's an hour per character, like basically to get a character, finish their quest, move on to the next one, and start the next character's quest. It's like an hour. So I don't know how, I guess, I don't know, I'm not sure where the length comes from, because you can see pretty much the whole map as well, and I know there's a lot of areas that I can go to that I'm not necessarily going to now. I just wonder how much you have to play. Do I need to finish all 8 characters' story, or no? I don't know. So I'm interested to see where it goes.
Cool. Sick as. Well, that's great news.
That is sick.
Alrighty. Well, let's talk about the Nindie World Showcase. Actually, they don't call it Nindies anymore, but
Nindie. Can I say something right at the start? The girl announcer, I don't know who she is.
The cringe. It's going to talk about the cringe factor for both of them.
Look, there was a lot of cringe, but there was a point in time. It wasn't throughout the whole thing either. It wasn't through the whole recording, but there was a section in time where they said Nintendo many times in a row. Like it wasn't like Nintendo, like it was just used a lot of times in the paragraph, right? And each time she said Nintendo. She didn't pronounce the second N. She was Nintendo, Nintendo, and I was like, what? Nintendo, you are announcing for this company. You can't say it right. Nintendo, what are you doing? Nintendo, get out of here. And then I was like, what a joke. And this is like closer towards the end as well. So I was like, they went into some trailers and I was like, I'm going to listen in. I'm going to hear her say it again. And the next time she said it normal, but through that whole paragraph, she kept saying Nintendo instead of Nintendo. I was like, what the fuck? What are you doing? Have you played games before, ma'am? Like,
excuse me, madam. Who are you?
Do you know what a video game is? I didn't think so. Get out of here.
So good. All right. Well, let's say high level thoughts. What did you think?
High level thoughts. Meh. I watched the whole thing and I was kind of like, wow. Alrighty.
At least it was only like 21 minutes long.
Yeah, that was probably the highlight, was that I opened it and I was like, oh, it's only like 20 minutes.
Yeah, I thought it was going to be like an hour. Like, oh,
me too.
That Xbox one from a few weeks ago that was 3 hours long.
Oh my god, it was so long.
Man,
what a bunch of crap. I literally scrubbed the whole thing. I
waited for the trailers. And look, I must say, I like the fact that like Nintendo and Xbox are like getting indie developers to talk about their games. I think that's great. Yeah. But the Xbox one was just poorly paced. They should have done a showcase, and then for the people who give a fuck, like they should have had like an interview section. Which is like,
and their interviews were fucking long. Like,
yeah. When I was scrubbing through them, I was like, oh my god, is it still going?
Still the same people?
I think that's great for the developers, but also not great for the developers because everyone's like, shut the fuck up, show the game.
Yeah.
You know, everyone on the internet was like, this was shit. They could have really...
If you're going to integrate the interviews into the showcase, you really need to, like, cull that shit down. You need to clip it and get the fucking gems and slot those in. Not put the whole fucking 20-minute interview in. Put that in afterwards.
The hosts in these shows are always are the cringiest content creators and shit. It's like, shut the fuck up for 5 seconds.
Yeah.
And I don't know, like the people who introduced the indie world thing, so bad. And we'll get to my thoughts on that right at the end, because there's one that I've written in the show notes.
It's okay. Look, the worst thing that I've ever experienced was in that fucking Game Awards when they're like, and here's one more thing, and like they did that 4 times, and it was all Fortnite things in a row. And I was like, shut the fuck up! You just put them together. They're the same thing.
All right.
Well, let's need to do better.
Let's talk about some games. All right, Road 96 opened the show.
Pretty cool. I was like, at this point, I was like 20 minutes. Yeah, procedural narrative. This looked pretty good, and I liked the way that they initially showed that it was a changing narrative without necessarily speaking about, but like, oh, you know, we were here, we were hiking, we were at the shops. You know, I thought that was really cool. So that one's probably like one of my highlights.
Looks like it had like heaps of cool mini games, like almost like a Guitar Hero thing, or like a rock band thing, or a few other things that looked kind of cool. It looks pretty dark for a Nintendo game. Well, it's not a Nintendo game, but a Nintendo advertising. Yeah. Aerial Knights Never Yield. Never Yield.
What a fucking sick like logo too.
Yeah, and sick like super stylish. A Tokyo style Detroit is like, that's cool. All right. And groovy as fuck music as well. It's a runner game though. They never really do it for me, but
neither. Something about platforming, I just can't do it. Yeah. And runners are just they're too close.
I like platformers, but I don't know. I like being able to stop.
Yeah, I like platformers.
That's my requirement.
I'm bad at them.
Yeah,
so
the demo for that one is out now as well, which is cool.
It looked cool.
Annapurna showed a couple of games.
They showed more of Last Stop.
What was that at? The Game Awards?
Or I think so.
Xbox thing.
I don't. Yeah, well, both are like Xbox anyway. I'm kidding. But I remember when we saw Last Stop last time, it mostly focused on just the fact that there's the 2 characters that switch bodies, right?
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah, and it mostly focused on that. And nothing else. And this trailer is like, what? Like, there's so much more? Like, I did not expect that at all. So that's interesting.
It's so British as well. So many games. Not many games are like British. It made me think like, this is weird.
Yeah.
All games are American. That's coming July 2021. So that's cool. Although they did have a big thing at the start, like all games
subject to change.
All release dates are gonna get delayed. Then Hindsight, and I can't even remember what this one was. It's really weird. No. I just did some question marks in my notes and wrote weird trailer, but now I can't actually remember what it was.
Well, that's how weird it was.
In hindsight, not very captivating. Hey!
Yeah, no. Oh, that was... I remember. It was the one where there's like a woman and she's like, every day there are some things that like take me back to the past and I can't like stop thinking about these memories. And it's got like this girl with an umbrella and then the raindrops, and then you look into the raindrops and it turns into a different scene, and then the rain was falling down and it turned into a different scene again, and like she's holding the leaf and all this shit, and then she's like, and suddenly I'm back where I like in the present sort of thing. Like I have no idea what the fuck's going on in that game.
That is weird.
So question marks from me too.
Yeah. I liked the look of this one, Ollie Ollie World.
That one did look good. And when we were watching the trailer, I was like, whatever, like side-scrolling skateboard game, cool, I guess. But then they're like, also there's like side quests. And like the moment they stopped and started talking to like side characters, I was like, what?
It's like that's a frog really or something.
Different. Yeah, and like a dude in a popcorn machine or something like that. Like, And then they showed that there was like lots of different paths and stuff that you could go down. And I was like, okay, now you're showing the more of the game. Because before that, they were just showing literal straight paths for you to skate down. And I was like, whatever, side scroll. But now I'm like, this is cute as hell.
Yeah, it was cute. Really cool style. Very like chill skateboard. It looked like you didn't need to like land perfectly to continue. No. It's just like you kind of kept going,
which is great. That's what I need.
Yeah, same.
No skill required. That's what I want.
Here's a weird one.
This one was fucked.
That funny...
Really blew my mind.
That funny guy just looked like he'd seen things. That developer.
True.
The Longing. What the fuck?
I really like the concept. Yeah, I really like the concept. So basically, you're a lonely servant that has to wait 400 days for your king to wake up and return, sort of thing. But it's 400 real days, like real-time days. And I can't imagine that. I haven't played anything that long. Like, the most I've played anything is, like, 500 hours, I think is an exaggeration. How many days is that? 500 hours to days is 20 days.
Yeah.
20 days. Like 400 days, it's never going to happen. I'm going to turn that game on and leave my Switch on in the corner for a year and a half.
Do you think the game starts and then even when you turn it off, it keeps counting?
I didn't think about that like an idle game.
I think that's what it is implying. Is like
I imagined it would be like
because they said you don't need to play this game to finish it.
Well, then I did not hear that, so I guess it probably is an idle game.
Which is I think that's so cool. Like, I wonder also if you can like turn the clock forward 400 days on your Switch and to see the ending.
Yeah, just like get fucked.
Yeah, but it looks so sad and like weirdly like
it looked like there was like a weirdly large amount of stuff to do as well. Like this dude's collecting heaps of shit for his room, going to this freaking white space and chilling out, collecting crystals and stuff. I'm like, I wonder how much is there 400 days worth of content in that game? Like,
I'm sure someone will play it for that entire 400 days.
Yeah, like could you do everything and still have like 347 days left or something? And you're just like, I've literally got every achievement except finishing the game.
Yeah. Well, there's no achievements on Switch, so rip. It's out now as well. I don't have a Switch where I am at the moment, but I kind of want it. I don't know if it's on anything else. Maybe we'll see.
No,
I'll look it up.
I know, I do too, but I also like. Oh, it's on Steam.
Oh, nice.
Which means it does have achievement. Maybe.
Uh-oh.
It's just, it seems really cool. 96% like this video game.
Wow, that's bloody good.
It released on Windows, Mac OS, and Linux on the 5th of March 2020.
Ah, what?
So it's been out a while.
Oh, it's on Mac. I might get it.
Yeah.
That's cool. It does look so sad, though. The little man, he looks so sad.
20% off!
20%? How much is it?
It is $17.20 at 20% off. It's normally $21.50. The reviews are very positive.
That's awesome.
Yeah, how interesting.
What a cool idea. The next one is a comedy adventure, which is also out now, called There Is No Game. I didn't really get this. It had it had like a loading bar that was filling up as you poured it down, and then that was really what.
Yeah, so I've seen this game, so I can give you a bit more insight on it. But basically, it's like you load in, and there's like a narrator, and he's like, "There is no game," and you have to like beat the puzzle to start the game, sort of thing. So any of the icons that are on screen, like you can interact with. So like if there's like a pickaxe icon, you can pick that up and you can start smacking other things, and that's where you get the loading bar. You can like force it down so that it fills up to move you to the next section. So it's all comedy puzzles to actually play the game, which the narrator insists there is none.
What is that? what's that first person like puzzle game? It's like really funny. Oh fuck, I can't remember.
Oh no, dude.
But it's kind of like that, like very fourth wall, you know.
Yeah, very fourth wall.
Very meta.
Absolutely.
Game that kind of reminds me of that. I cannot remember what the fuck it's called. Then they showed TMNT Shredder's Revenge.
Oh, so good. The art in that is so good. Like I love the something that just really sticks out to me as the artist in me really loves the way that they really made all of the characters run so different, like so unique to their personality. Yeah. It's just, I love that. Like
Michelangelo is just like,
yeah,
it's so funny.
It's so good.
Yeah, it looks great. I wrote in my notes like I wish I liked beat 'em ups more because like it looks fantastic, but I just wouldn't. I wouldn't really like it. Yeah, but it looks so cool.
It does.
And the in-game art looks great, but the key art and like cover art and stuff looks phenomenal. Like it looks so sick, real old school style, like 90s Turtles artwork. But yeah, no, it looks really cool. I don't know if I'd play it because I just don't like beat 'em ups. I don't know, they get a bit boring for me.
Yeah, no, I can feel that. I'm very similar. Like I like the idea, and I normally play them for a little bit, and then I'm like, I'm finished actually.
Yeah, I played Streets of Rage 4 for like an hour, and I was like, that was cool.
I'm done now.
They showed Chris Tales again. Chris Tales looks great.
You wrote as your note, I thought it was out. I also thought it was out already. Like, well.
Yeah. Mate, is it out on anything yet? Nah, I don't think so.
No, I looked it up and it doesn't seem to be. So I just had to, I don't know. Maybe we've just been hearing about it that long.
I never even... There was a demo out on Xbox last year, but I actually never played it.
It's a demo on Steam as well. You can just play the demo, so...
Yeah, it looks great. It looks... Again, art style is phenomenal. Super, super creative. Super cool. That's coming out July the 20th. Getsu Fumaden looks pretty groovy. Undying Moon.
I like that one a lot. Like, it looked real nice. I want that one. That's my pick.
Detailed.
Yeah. And like the art style is just very appealing to me. I love that shit. I love it. It looked great. The characters were wacko, like a fucking skeleton but made out of skulls only, and like a hand. Like that guy was weird.
I noticed that one. Yeah.
Wacko.
So
love
cool. It. Looks like 2D Neo, I wrote.
Yeah. I think it kind of does.
Yeah. Aztec with a CH. Forgotten Gods. What do you think of that?
I think I like the idea of it, but I didn't like the visuals very much. Like when she was up in the sky and like doing the speed running and jumping through the overworld, maybe, we don't know. I thought, like this idea is cool, but I'm not loving the execution of it. I like their inside spaces, I think looked really nice. And everything else, but that overworld just really didn't do it for me. I think it felt really different from the rest of the art style to me for some reason.
Yeah, it was a weird mix of like, and obviously hence the name Aztec, like technology. The ancient plus new technology in it. I don't know. It's just the internal areas were done really well, but the external just didn't match up for me. For sure. It's cool to see like indie developers able to make what looks like a pretty ambitious 3D game.
Yeah.
So many of these games are 2D. I mean, a few of them are 3D, or they're like side scrollers, or not full 360 degree movement, and I think that's cool that this is a thing. It does look pretty hectic though. It's got some cool combat and stuff. Yeah,
does look
that
good.
is fall 2021. Skull the Hero Slayer.
Love that one. Love this guy.
Very groovy.
Sick lad. I loved as well
sick lad.
What a sick lad, the developer, and he's just like, the hero going and defeating the bad guy is an age-old tale, so what if it was the opposite?
He's like, it's so cliche.
Yeah. I was like, amazing! And also, the idea that you swap your head to get different abilities. Yeah. What, did they say there was a 90 heads? Did 90. I mishear? 90. That's
90 heads.
That's crazy. I was just thinking about, I thought, man, these fuckers really went hard when I was thinking about it, because that's so much work. Wow.
That's a lot of abilities, isn't it?
Yeah, that is tons. And it looked like each character had 4 abilities as well. So
right.
That's so much. Jesus. And imagine trying to design levels to be compatible with 90 different skill sets. But it looks good. I want to play that one. I wonder if that's actually coming out on anything else, because I feel like it would be a really
much a PC style game, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly. I feel like it is on Steam.
Yeah.
Oh, is it out now?
Summer 2021 on Switch.
No, it's out now on Steam.
Yeah. So is it on PC? On PS4 or Xbox or PS5 and Xbox?
It just says Windows, Linux, Mac, and Macintosh. No, wait, that's the longing. I don't know why they put those as 2 separate things.
Mac and Macintosh.
Yeah, exactly.
Maybe one's M1, and one's.
Oh yeah, maybe. But Skull is on Windows, Linux, and Macintosh. So.
Nice.
There you go. It looks great.
Yeah, it does look super cool.
Something about that. I love that one.
I don't know if it's a roguelite or if it's just an adventure platformer or something like that. But.
What does it say? It says platform roguelike. So
roguelike, yeah.
There you go.
Then they did a bit of a quick bam, 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 and there were some things I kind of dismissed entirely here. But Art of Rally. I am so keen for this game.
I knew you would be.
It just looks so sweet. It just looks so chill. I actually saw it on Twitter the other day, and someone shared it. I think it was developers shared something from the game, and everyone was just like, "This looks so relaxing."
No, it does look
just
good.
Super fun, top-down, almost Micro Machines-esque looking driving perspective. I'm keen for that. I didn't see if it had a release date or anything like that. But Kiwi. Did you remember this? I wrote it down very quickly while I was trying to read the screen.
Yeah, I remember it. I think it's a puzzle game because it was gone so quickly. But from what I saw, the Kiwis were jumping on shit and pressing buttons and on conveyor belts and stuff. So I imagine it's sort of like a puzzle action type game. Which look cute. I play that shit.
I'll have to look at it again.
It looks like it's a co-op game too.
Cool.
Just from also the name, there was the 2 birds and
Kiwi. Yeah.
Because it's spelt like key to get into your house and we as 2 people, or more, 2 or more. So I imagine that Kiwi is a co-op game too. I could be entirely wrong, but that's what their marketing has given to me. So,
so that's their fault if they're
in that 30 seconds that I got to see. If I'm wrong, that's all their fault, and they should advertise better. Disgusting.
Labyrinth City looked like a Where's Wally book.
Yeah, that looked good. If I can actually do Where's Wally sort of shit in that game, I want to play it. But if it's not Where's Wally, I don't want it.
Well. They've got their bloody work cut out for them then, don't they? Yeah.
No, that was a interesting looking game. Very. When I was watching it, I thought, man, that must have been a lot of work to design those areas.
A lot of
far out.
It's
Oof.
There's so many books when we were kids that looked like that, like illustrated books that look like that as well. It's weird to see. House of the Dead remake. I couldn't really care less, but whatever.
Yeah.
Ender Lilies or Ender. I think it might have been Ender Lilies, but I auto-corrected that. I wrote it looks groovy, but I can't remember what it was.
Well, that's your problem. I can't remember either.
Beasts of Maravilla Island.
I do remember that one because it looked cute as hell, and it looked like you get to walk around these sweet environments and just take pictures of boys. Like,
yes, yeah, that was like the fucking.
It kind of looked like Pokemon style.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my god! Speaking of which, that dog, paparazzi. Paparazzi.
Oh yeah,
that looks so sick.
Oh my god!
I want that.
I'll play that game.
I want you to get early access to that because damn, that looks so cute.
That looks so cute.
Then Fez, which has been out on PC for forever, and then the stupidest, the stupidest one more thing ever, and not in the way of like. I think this game is like very exciting. I think I'm so excited for this game, but the way they did it, they were like. See you later, guys. That's it from the indie showcase.
Yeah.
Oh no, it looks like there's one more game to show. Oh my god, it was so bad. Yeah. Who are these people?
There was no point to put an end there. Like
they could have literally been like done like the Cyberpunk thing because it went all like blurry and like staticky. They should have just been like. In the middle of their sentence, and it should have just gone and then cut to the trailer. That would have been like really effective, but instead it was like, "Oh, guys, look at the one more thing." Oh, fuck!
Terrible.
Hell, it's so dumb. But Oxenfree 2, Lost Signals. I'm so excited. I loved Oxenfree so much.
I didn't finish it. I played like a couple of hours, and then I. Never picked it up again.
You're about an hour away from finishing it, so it's only like 3 hours long. I loved every minute of that game. It was so weird and spooky. I didn't love After Party as much as I thought I would. They're the one where you like have to
beat the devil.
The devil. But I loved Oxenfree, so I'm like super keen for this. And it looked creepy as hell.
Nice, very nice.
Overall, though, not bad. Glad it was short. Some weird stuff there. But I'm definitely...
Yeah, there were a couple of things that I liked, but I'm like...
Nothing was like, oh my god. Everyone on the internet was just like, Silk Song, where the fuck is Silk Song?
Yeah.
Like, chill out, people. Ollie Ollie World, though, looks sick. The Longing looks sick. Getsu Fumidan.
Looks sick. Yeah.
Alright, well... Almost on an hour, so let's do a little bit of a chat. Ubisoft have announced they're doing their Ubisoft Forward at E3 on June the 12th. I think it's going to be like the start of E3, which is cool.
The beginning.
Get the shit one out of the way first before Xbox come in and fucking steal the show. Give us a prediction.
Well. We talked about last time what I wanted to see at E3, which is Beyond Good and Evil 2. What I also want to see is that they announced that Uplay is dead and they're removing it from existence. I'd love to see that. What I think we might see is I think we'll see Roller Champions. That was supposed to come out last year. And I played the beta so long ago now, and I did like it even though there was like no sound in it and it was really fucking whack. But I had fun, so I'd like to see Roller Champions again. Like, I'd like to play that a little. I don't know if maybe they've just decided it's a bit shit because it's kind of like a one game mode, like little. I don't know. Not many people liked it, so I don't know if they've just decided to like let it decease and just like shut up about it until everyone forgets it exists. But I'd like to see more, and I think we could. And the other thing that I think that we will see is something about Assassin's Creed. I mean, they've got nothing else to give us.
I think it will be DLC.
Maybe DLC and then a little teaser for the next one. Maybe. Like a teeny one. Like maybe it's a combo.
Maybe.
Who knows?
It's so weird thinking about, like, is Ubisoft just what, like, so many
what
games
do?
they show and then they just never come out. Like Skull and Bones, that game's got to be dead, right?
Yeah,
they showed
I
that
was
like
wondering
3
about that
times,
too.
but not for 3 years.
Yeah, like, what's happening with that? Like, also they never talk about how far out these projects are gonna be. They're just like Skull and Bones, and then they forget about it. And like that could be on time for them. Like it could be following their exact timeline. And we're just like, where the fuck is it? You haven't spoken about it in 700 years, bro. What's going on? Is it dead? Tell me.
Yeah. I think a lot of game companies, Xbox included, need to improve their messaging on, like, this game might come out in 5 years, not here's a game and then everyone's like, give me the game.
Yeah, even if they could just like break it down into like upcoming projects. Like these are projects with the release dates, these are upcoming projects like the ones that you'll see in the next few years, and these are future projects, but here's a little teaser of something that we're thinking about creating, very much subject to change. Like you should just split it into that, and then just down the bottom when you display it, just write future project, so everyone knows not coming soon.
That's a really cool idea, actually. Like it would clear so many things up, because like gamers TM are very impatient, and they're very rude, and they're just like, something will get announced and then they're like 3 years later they're like, dead game, they've killed it, that's never coming out. It's like, games take a long fucking time to make. Like I don't know.
I hate hearing dead game. Like I don't know why, but that phrase just really fucking grinds my gears.
It's probably my most hated thing.
Leave me alone. Like I don't care if I'm enjoying a game that you think is dead. Fuck off. Also, I'm getting riled up just thinking about it.
Do you remember like when Cyberpunk came out, and like a month later there was some article on PCGamer.com, it was like, Cyberpunk player numbers have dropped by like 80%. And it's like, yeah, that's what games do. Like, it's not a fucking living game, for one thing. It was a single player game, but like, no shit. And everyone's like, dead game. It's like, it's not a fucking MMO. Like, God.
Yeah, when like
games.
When Fall Guys released season 2, everyone was like, dead game. I'm like, can you literally shut up? I don't want to hear it. You're so boring. Like,
it's the most annoying thing, isn't it?
That game's like, not funny.
Yeah.
It's not relevant either. You're also wrong. You wish you made Fall Guys. You wish you had involvement in Cyberpunk. You fucking jerk.
What they're calling a dead game is probably more players than Mediatonic thought Fall Guys would even have.
Yeah.
In the first place. It just like went viral.
Yeah. People bother me so much.
Bothers me. Speaking of dead games, I don't think they're going to show Beyond Good and Evil 2.
It's alive! Don't talk to me like that.
No, I don't think it's... I think it's coming out still. Don't get me wrong. But look,
I don't know if we'll see anything, because I think it's probably like still like 5 years out. Like 2 years ago, it was at least like 5 years out, and I think it's probably still in the same spot. But I'd like to see it. Like mostly what they've shown, apart from what we saw, is like pre-rendered just story trailers. I'd like to see another one. I don't need you to show me gameplay or anything. I'll take another. Give me another space battle.
Give me something. Yeah, I think it's very ambitious.
Super ambitious.
They can take as long as they need. But also, Michel Ancel has left Ubisoft, and he's like the creative director, and it's possibly gone through some changes or whatever. But I still hope when it comes out that it is like a solar system where you can play as a shark man.
Yeah, I want to be a shark person, or a tiger person, or a rhino person. Who knows? A crocodile person.
Oh my god. How would their face work? Would they just be pointing up? Anyway.
Oh. Well, like in Dorohedoro, when that guy turns into like an iguana man or whatever it is. It's not an iguana. What is it? What is it? A caiman.
Like... Oh, a caiman, yeah.
Yeah, that's what it looks like. That's what you'd be like. I'll be that man. He's cool.
I'd be Cayman man. Cayman.
Cayman.
I think, in all seriousness, they're probably going to say Far Cry 6.
Yeah. Don't care.
Rainbow Six Coronavirus.
Don't care.
Probably something like Division 2 Season 4 or some bullshit. I don't even know what else. Do you reckon they'll show what's it called? Bloody Sands of Time remake and be like,
oh, that would be cool.
And now that one, look how much we changed because everyone thought it looked like a PS3 game.
Yeah, no, that would be cool.
Yikes.
Yeah, I'll take that. I'll take that. Forget the others. I'll take that.
I don't even know what else Ubisoft make these days. Like, don't give us more Ghost Recon at this point. Just let that die because you killed it anyway. And I don't really care for anything else.
Yeah, I don't care either. Like, just... you know what I care for? The death of Uplay.
It's not gonna...
To remove it from existence.
It's
no,
their
it
money.
Won't.
They'll probably... they'll probably announce, like, oh no, they already have that. Uplay Plus. That's already a thing.
Yeah,
Fuck!
No, that already exists. I hate opening a game in a launcher that then opens another launcher for me to then open the game again. It's garbage. I hate you, Uplay. Die. Put all your games on Steam instead. Stop making me open shit. The end.
Yeah, bring that to your fucking press conference, Ubisoft.
Yeah.
Scumbags. All right. Well, you know what I don't want to die? Your stream schedule. When is it?
Oh,
good. Oh my god.
Well, you know what's coming up next?
You.
Sorry for my accent.
Tomorrow.
Soul Sunday. Tomorrow on Sunday, as always. What are we doing? We're in the DLC. We're not even finished the game. We just decided let's go in the DLC. So we're gonna get our asses whooped. We're gonna fucking die, and then we're gonna try and go and get me some more spells. So we'll go up towards Seath. So that's what's happening next. On Monday, we might have our final Outriders stream if we play Outriders. Because as I said, once I finished the story, like my interest just goes. I know there's still more to learn in the expeditions, but I think that'll just be like an occasional off-stream thing for me. And then Wednesday, we might be starting Disco Elysium, as was gifted to me by a member of our community.
Wow, that's so
got
sick.
The final cut coming in, and I also heard that there's like Twitch integration with the game. I haven't looked into it yet, but I might be able to set that up too. So we'll be starting Disco Elysium and checking that out. So
hell yes,
very excited for all of that.
Oh my god, that's exciting. That game looks so good.
So if you guys are interested in watching Soul Sunday, which you should be because that's a fucking bomb, or if you're interested in the end of Outriders or the start of Disco Elysium, I'll see you at twitch.tv/CapCat. My stream schedule is updated there as well, so you can go and check it out and see what times I'll be streaming in your time.
What time is Soul Sunday?
Soul Sunday is normally around like 6:30 Australian Eastern Standard Time on Sundays, obviously. Fast, but obviously that can vary across the globe
it
depending
sure does.
on where you is.
Yeah, nice.
But it's good
I finish at 5 tomorrow, so I'm gonna jump in and watch.
Hell yeah!
Spend my evening watching you die. That's morbid.
That's fine though. That's fine. Morbid but fine.
So good. All right, thanks, Kat. If everybody enjoys what we do here, like I said at the start, subscribe to the YouTube channel, but also the podcast feed on all good platforms. Send us an email as well at controllersandcoffee@gmail.com to ask a question. Let us know what you think. Tell us how you would kill Uplay. I almost said EA play. Tell us how you would kill EA play as well.
Kill them all.
gucking up my Game Pass feed because it's like Madden and fucking
yeah,
FIFA.
It is. It's really messing mine up. I'm like, oh, this game's... I see Dragon Age, and I'm like, oh no, no.
Right, you don't. You can wait. Do you have to have Ultimate? Yeah.
Well, I don't know. Actually, I don't know, but I see it there, and then I'm like, it's on EA Play. I'm not doing it. Yucky, yucky.
You should play Dragon Age. That's good. It's good.
Look, I played Inquisition, and I had a great time, and that's enough for me.
That's fair. Cool. And if you want to get in touch with either of us, our Twitter handles are down below at Direckt Gaming, at CapCaddy, and subscribe to youtube.com/Direckt Gaming. My latest video is up. It's all about E3 and Xbox, and it's a good one. Thanks everybody for watching. Thank you, Kat, for joining me. As always, have a lovely weekend, everybody. We'll see you next week.